finally grew the balls to leave. I have been with my husband for a total of 5 years. For the first 3, it was a challenge, but we faced everything as a team, we talked it out, we navigated problems effectively. I won't lie and say it was perfect, but he was perfect for me. So I agreed to marry him. We were married 2 years ago. There was also some trauma that happened 2 years ago. We found ourselves in a situation and the resolution was traumatic. The aftermath was that he changed for the worse. I can't talk to him anymore. When I come to him with any issue, he tells me that I'm just bitching and everything I say is illogical bullshit according to him. When we disagree, there is no resolution. He walks off/falls asleep, leaves the house when I'm in the middle of a sentence. He tells me over and over again that he doesn't care, even though he shows he cares when he's not upset. He barely ever admits when he's wrong and he refuses to apologize for anything at all. He goes for days at a time without speaking to me. He says that I am 100% the problem and refuses to engage in any solutions. When he finally decides to talk, he looks annoyed and bored, and he says the most unproductive things and then later tells me he wants to be closer to me and wants to fix the issues without ever making any effort to actually do so. He refuses to answer my questions. He tells me it's none of my business, or that he doesn't have to explain anything to me. 15 days ago, I had finally had enough, so I packed my shit and was ready to walk out the door, but he stopped me and told me we will solve this and he's going to work at it. 2 days ago, we had a disagreement because he told me a timeline of events that made no sense. So I asked for clarification. When he asked me why he needed to clarify, I told him it's because it seems that he's being dishonest. That sparked a whole thing. Instead of just explaining to me, he stormed off and went to bed. He said that I am disrespectful for saying it seems he's being dishonest, and I wouldn't know what respect is. All the while yelling and cursing at me. And no, I didn't yell or curse. So yesterday he was leaving the house without saying anything. I happened to be walking past and I asked him if he was leaving and he told me yes. So I asked him where he's going. We have a prior agreement that he will not leave without saying anything, even when he's mad. Then he started yelling at me, accusing me of having an attitude, which I didn't. And he walked out the door when I was in the middle of a sentence. So I called him. Maybe I shouldn't have called him, but I'm so tired of the blatant disrespect. I told him calmly that he seriously needs to change his attitude towards the relationship, or he will lose me. For the past 2 years, I have been waiting, hoping despite there being no signs of hope and trying to help him get back to the man that he was, because the man he is now is not the man I gave up everything for. He told me to stop threatening him. I told him it's not a threat, it's a warning because he's growing ever closer to losing me. He told me to just do it then, that I talk too much. If you've read this far, you probably already think I have no self-respect, but I do. I just have an extremely hard time on giving up on the people I love. But that was really the last straw. After he hung up on me so he could go to the party he was heading to, I texted him and told him that the reasons I talk so much is because he doesn't participate in conversations, and I've been trying to save the relationship. I told him I hate him. I do hate him, but I still love him deeply, and I hate myself for that too. He replied, "Great," and then brought me food when he came home. I've not spoken to him since then, and I don't plan to. I just plan to leave as soon as I get paid because I'm hurting myself by being here. How can someone love you so much when things are good and have so much hate, contempt, and simply not care at all about you as soon as there's a conflict? I know I can't.